Yeah, but God, I believe, gets more excited when you give him thanks in how you live, more so than how you say it. I wish I had somebody here today. And so believers' lifestyles, I believe, need to transition to a posture of more than just celebrating God by saying, I thank you. Oh, help me, Holy Ghost. But living a life that says, God, I thank you. Yeah, because a lot of times, how we operate throughout the course of a day can sometimes cause people who watch us to wonder whether or not we appreciate and thank the God that we serve. Because many believers in this commercial entertainment society have been bamboozled and have been fooled into believing that God only hears you when you thank him for big stuff. I wish I had somebody here. But I serve a God who gets more excited when I can thank him for even the hairs on my head. I wish I had somebody here. Or even the breath that I'm able to breathe. I could care less whether or not I have all the stuff that the world says is worthy of thanksgiving. I've grown to find out that if the Lord didn't provide my lungs the ability to swell and to retract, I wouldn't have nothing to thank him for. But since he allows me, God Almighty, to wake up every morning and have the activity of my limbs and be able to see the blue sky and sometimes the dark clouds, I've discovered that that's worthy of a thankful lifestyle. That's why you ought not be the kind of person who claims you are a believer and you walk around with a frown on your face. That throws folk who don't know Jesus off. If Christians walking around with frowns on their face, why should I join Jesus? You and I have got to learn to be thankful in all situations. Paul said, in all things. He says, always, he says, be thankful. He says, now here's how you get there. He says, here, believers, this is how you get there. He says, what you have to do in transitioning, guys, from a thanksgiving life, Marshall, to a thanks-living life is that you have to express your thanksgiving. That's what he says. Look at it right there in verse 19. He says, speaking to yourselves. All right, stop right there. He didn't say speak to somebody else. Lord have mercy. But Paul helps me understand right here, says God, that I ain't crazy when I talk to myself. You ain't helping me up in here. Is there anybody in this house ever had a talk to myself moment? That you got up in the morning and you were talking to yourself about the goodness of the Lord. I looked at my hand and my hands were not crippled. I was able to look in the mirror and see myself. I'm walking around talking to myself, God, if it had not been for you, I don't know where I'll be. God, I thank you because you allowed this to happen and that not to happen. Is there anybody in this house know exactly what I'm talking about? And Paul says sometimes you got to speak to yourself. See, it's a lifestyle. See, it's a lifestyle. You got to have a lifestyle. Your thanks have to be a living example. That the world will know who see me, Karen, that they see not because of my lip service, but because the smile is on my face of just how much I appreciate God. Oh, God, you need to get that foolishness out of your spirit of frowning up and being all complaining all the time because this ain't go your way or they don't like you or they don't want to be around you. The heck with them and the heck with stuff. Listen, if you got God in your spirit, tell your neighbor that's enough. I can get along fine with Jesus, the Holy Ghost, and the power of God. I've had the best times of my life when it was just me and him. Nobody would look nobody was looking at, oh, that's a man crying.